All right, guys. You guys want to blow up your back? Saw I blow my back up. You want a mass building back workout? Try this. You want bulging lats? You want Tyrannosaurus traps? You guys want lats like Dorian Yates with half the work and half fucking genetics? You want to figure out how to not work hard, get big? You want this is the shortcut channel. And we're live. So we talked about this before, but it's worth repeating because it's a glaring fucking problem. I feel like I'm about to be sarcastic, but I'm not. I'm really being serious. Yeah, like, so a lot of guys that come to train with me, not so much girls, don't have this problem because they're not fucking meatheads really like guys are. But so there's a lot of like overdevelopment of the brachial, like this forearm area. Like mine is like, if you look at mine, even mine is tight sometimes, but like see how mine is like pliable? Like you can squish into my brachial. There's a lot of guys who literally their shit is like pushing on that. It's like hard as a fucking rock. And you can see that they've overdeveloped because their arm, they don't stand like this, like where my hand's kind of neutral. It's literally everything's here. Like everything. And so they're already in this position. So even when they pick up weight, like if they're gonna row this weight, not even a bicep movement, let's say it's like a back movement, they're already here. So they'll open up and this is their hinge point now. So like their hand, they've literally taken their hand out of the equation. Other than the hand is like this claw that kind of grabs this thing, like kind of loosely, but my tension is here. So I'll grab this and I'll lock tension in my forearm, brachial in here, and you'll see this like a size of a golf ball. These guys have massive, right? Usually lacking tricep, lacking bicep, shit like that, right? So when they go to pull this thing, like I said, every pull is this open, is me trying to pull open. Even if they're doing it the correct kind of way, of like the way I teach up and down. See how this is still open? It's not here. They don't have the ability to be here because literally the arm will not let the body relax. It won't let the arm relax so that it can do that. Like the elbow is stuck open like this, so it's stuck. So that's why you have to teach these guys, like they literally have to start here and you have to set them down in this straight line where my thumb is facing at you. My thumb is not facing me here. Like my thumbnail, here it is. So if my wrist is on, like I teach people, and my thumb's on, that's my guide. So if I'm tilted and I'm off center, I'm pulling open too much. If I'm here, I'm pulling through more. It's still gonna open because I'm fucking wider than a 130-pound guy, but this is narrow for me. And I'm still keeping this neutral grip of this thumb as my landmark of where I'm pulling. So if I start getting tired and doing this, and then you see these guys, once this opens up, and then this opens up, and then this becomes this whole turning and moving thing where there's no arm pull. It's literally just this like hook of this whole body working as one solid motion. And they're moving around. So there's no like lift and squeeze. On this, I can hold here. I can lock into my rep here because I've retracted shoulder and I've retracted scapula and I'm lifting up sternum. So now I've displaced weight in my body. I don't need to have so much tension. My arm's tucked in almost flaccid. It's not holding on. So I'm locked in my lat. So I let out through my lat. I rock up through my lat. So it comes down to how you guys and girls will literally pick up a weight. Say someone's gonna pick up a weight off a stack. Like I talked about this before a long time ago. When you go to pick up a weight, you can, if you're a trainer who's worth a shit and you see your person you're training or even yourself, if you pick up a weight like this, you know that you have a bad habit. I don't go to pick up a weight. I just literally put my hand on it and take it off. And I let my hand hold the weight. I don't immediately cock into my forearm, shoulder, and have that. So literally my grip is so loose I can just let this dumbbell go. Here I can hold this dumbbell and rotate in any way I want. If I do this, I can't rotate dumbbell. Hence why you guys go to curl, or girls, and you have this grip to start, and even if you're doing your mechanics right of moving through here, it's, I can't close this elbow. So I can't ever get here and curl up through things because I can't get this hand to rotate. It's always open. You know what I mean? So this is the problem that a lot of guys are facing. I trained a guy the other day he had like trying to figure out like, oh, I want to feel my. He was having trouble feeling his arms, having trouble feeling. We were doing back. He's like, I have a trouble with my bicep. I haven't been able to feel my bicep for months now. He thought it was some crazy reason why he couldn't feel it. I won't mention it because it's just out of fucking left field why he thought he couldn't feel it. But I'm like, bro, like I can see you standing here right now. You have 2 baseballs on your outside arm, on your like brachial and your forearm, and you're literally rotated here talking to me. You're like this with this huge thing. How can I rotate if this is stuck over and it never does this? I can't, I have to supinate, this has to move, or I can't supinate properly. I can't be here and go, because look how much range I'm getting. If I keep this elbow open and I open my hand, that's as far as I can rotate. If I keep my elbow in, I'm flat, right up. So it's this whole cocking of the elbow and like rocking out and keeping us here where I can't, like I said, if I'm open here, so if I pick up this weight, this 15 pounder, to visually show you guys, if I pick this up and I do what he did, and I tell him supinate with his grip, that's about it. That's where I can supinate. If I pick it up my way, I lean forward, supinate. I didn't put any effort into it. I'm just not cocked here. Don't do this. Be here, dead, roll, break elbow, up through, flat hand. I can hold here all day pushing up through flat hand because I've created a flat surface to curl for. That's not what I want to do, but like I'm getting underneath my dumbbell so I can push up flat if I wanted and hold on my bicep. If I told that guy to do that or someone like him, I'm like, open your hand as you curl. And that's why you see their grips like this. Their grip's dead. It's a fucking dead hand on a bar, like on a dumbbell, right? That shit carries over into back pulls, like we said. It carries over into chest. You'd be surprised how much you relying on this part of your forearm getting jacked in your traps. You'd be surprised how that inhibits the movement of the whole body. And you'll literally fuck up your entire lifting like life because you can't understand how to just let your arm hang and hold a weight. So you guys see guys in the gym, maybe trainers out there, you have clients come to you like, man, my biceps just won't grow. Look where I just showed you. The remedy for that, on the flip side, it's not like we're just shitting on people like, oh, you're never going to be able to fix that. If I'm going to do that, like I said, we're going to have to understand depth in the shoulder, like shoulder sets down, roll back into lat, roll open. Even if I'm forward, it's shoulder down, lat tucked into lat, elbow tucked into lat. I move with the body up through curls. I don't go, or curl. The best is curl higher because you get further up into your bicep. It doesn't work that way, you fucking dummies. Like, holy shit, who the fuck told you that? I don't know who told you that. Every bodybuilding guru for the last 10 years. But if you get these guys who have this problem to do this, it's going to be tough at first, so it's going to be frustrating as fuck. But you're going to have to deal with it if you want to fix it. Because if I get myself in this position here, even if I have to over-rotate my body, now I'm not able to curl like this anymore. I have to bring this hand up. I understand that this dumbbell comes up flat and it goes down flat and it goes, so I force myself to over supinate by rolling my shoulder open and then tugging this bench so that I can come up flat. I understand that now this pinky has to be underneath the barbell, or the dumbbell, sorry. It's not this anymore. I want to pour out on here, but I want to get this hand to scoop more and roll under the dumbbell so that I stop using this forearm so much and I start letting my bicep actually grab. Every curl you do has to get off your body. So if you guys, I can't really demonstrate it because of my shoulder, but if I grab a barbell, I can hold this actually. If I grab this like this, this is the starting part. This is the starting point for most of you. So from the sides, chest up, shoulders back here, right? My chest is in front of my shoulders. If you're doing this smashing in thing, you can see my forearm working first. I need to get this in front of me, and I need to roll my elbows in here, and I need to stay forward a bit. And now I can't see my chest, or my shoulders are in line with my chest. And now I can break from here, right on the bicep right away. Because if I'm here, it's this. If I'm in front, it's that. You know what I mean? So these little tweaks and these little shifts of positioning, like on a curl, there's no reason for you to be on a curl doing this. Especially if you have overdeveloped forearms and your biceps not getting work. We literally hang, we come up to where we feel tension on the hands. Because if I'm here, I feel tension on my hand if I have a weight. It's still hanging in front of me. As soon as I rotate too much through, it goes onto my shoulder and my forearm. It's now I've displaced it. So I'm lighter here, I'm heavier here. So if I keep this here and I roll to here, and I start moving with elbow and lat moving together, they move together and hand just swings up. So I'm not trying to pull my hand into me here. I'm just trying to come up, down, up, down, up, down. Whereas my axis point and my axial point is just here, off my lat, my elbow. So my shoulder can roll, right? You see like so many fucking people just like, oh, I'm gonna curl heavier weight because I want my biceps to grow. It's like you can curl 15s, guys, with the form you have. If you go and try and do this new style of like tucking your elbow in, the weight's gonna be light, but the stimulation's gonna feel like fucking 45-pound dumbbells. And that's perfect because eventually that stimulus will need to be increased, then you will get back up to your regular weight. But you'll be using your bicep because that's what we're trying to do when we train biceps, is train biceps. Meanwhile, all you fuckers out there doing fucking back with your rigidness shit, with the elbow open, rigid shit here, pulling this. This is all forearm too. This is not back. This is all you just pulling your arm in, pulling my arm in. It's like, so you guys are doing it on every movement. And that's what you start to see, is you start to see these guys with great arms because they've overdeveloped them and shit backs. And then they're not objective enough to look in the mirror and be like, man, my arms really suck. I need to fucking start doing something differently. And don't automatically go to the default of I need to go heavier on stuff. Like literally reverse that thinking, be like, I need to go lighter, I need to slow down, I need to feel things more before I even think of going heavier again, right? So there you go. Rant of the day.